So here we are for the third evidence to prove the thesis statement that Denise has presented at the beginning. And now she pinpoints that Ibsen used Dr. Rank to reflect the truth of life. So then she starts off this paragraph by saying, another function that Dr. Rank serves is that of reflecting upon the true personalities of Nora and Torvald. And then she connects to a quote. This aspect of Rank's friendship with Nora becomes evident in her statement. You see, Torvald loves me beyond words. It's quite a long quote, but it fits so perfectly with what she has discussed. So from this statement, the reader is able to understand that Nora is putting aside her true self to please Torvald. So you can see how she discusses her statement. And then she brings in her personal thoughts. On the other hand, when she's with Rank, she is no longer acting the part of a doll. And instead of saying, I think, she says, Rank's friendship with Torvald is also revealing. And through their friendship, the reader can see Torvald's inconsistencies. And once again, in the play, Torvald describes the effects of Krogstad's moral corruptness as poisoning his own children with lies and pretense. And then, a personal opinion, the reader can connect this statement with the fact that Rank is also a product of a morally corrupt father. And at the very end, you can see once again she's connecting to her thesis statement at the beginning. Ibsen uses Rank to make these truths about Nora and Torvald's personalities evident to the reader. So you see, all the time she is discussing, using quotes, and referring to her thesis statement that she presented at the beginning. So, how is she to conclude? Yeah, she summarizes her arguments and wraps up her essay. And that is what you're supposed to do as well. So look at how she neatly does this. She says that the roles that Ibsen gives Dr. Rank are crucial in the reader's understanding of the plot. Now she's also referring to her thesis statement. The functions that Rank performs are able to move the story along, adding connections that force the reader to think about the appearance and reality of the major characters' personalities. That is what she has analyzed. That's her personal interpretation of this book. And she finishes, Ibsen is able to do this through the connections he provides through Dr. Rank in A Dollhouse. Do you know that this entire essay was only 847 words? She is really good. And you can also become much better at writing literary analysis than what you could ever have imagined if you study her essay and think about the thesis statement, the quotes and the discussion and the summary where you show that your interpretation is actually correct. Because her thesis here was to say, Dr. Rank's function in the play is to foreshadow, symbolize and reflect upon the truth of life and society and to break down the barrier between appearance and reality. She argued fantastically well for this, using suitable quotes, and she managed doing this in 847 words. So some of you think that if you write 2,000-3,000 words, you will get a high grade. It's not a question about that, but rather that you can argue well for your thesis and keep to it and not deviate, talk about other things. So if Denise could do it, I'm sure you can do that as well. So it's a question of being trained, and I hope this film and this PowerPoint presentation has helped you a little bit on the way. And to continue now, we will look more into detail about the thesis statement, but we will do that in the next film.